This time, I'm going to talk about reinforcement learning. So, what is reinforcement learning? Reinforcement learning is a type of machine learning technique that enables an agent to learn in an interactive environment by trial and error, using feedback from its own actions and experiences. It's just like a child who is learning to ride a bike. The child will try to ride a bike and then he might fall and he will learn from his own experiences. Now we know reinforcement learning is a type of machine learning technique. Then how many types of machine learning techniques we have? We have a supervised method. That means before machine learning, we already knew which category a data point belongs to. And also we have unsupervised method. That means we didn't know which category a data point belongs to before the machine learning starts. I have several videos related to supervised method and unsupervised method in my YouTube channel. You are welcome to watch them. Besides supervised method and unsupervised method, we have another method, that is reinforcement method. Reinforcement method is using an algorithm to learn to react to an environment. Let's check out the process of reinforcement learning. First, we have an environment. For example, we have a maze here. That is our environment. Then we have an agent. The agent is trying to learn from taking certain actions around this environment. The state is the current situation of the agent. For example, in this case, the position of this agent inside this maze will be his state. And then we have reward. That's feedback from the environment. That is saying, okay, once the agent entered this maze, once he get out, he will get a reward. For example, 100 points. Otherwise, he can't get any reward. And then it's a policy. Policy is a method to map agent's state to actions. This is like in your computer, you have software, and then you will follow all those policies to take actions. And then we have value. Value is the future rewards that the agent would receive by taking an action in a particular state. So what's the differences between reward and value? The reward is considered the final outcome. Say, once you get out of this maze, you get 100 points reward. Otherwise, you won't get anything. The value is considered all the future steps you would take, and then calculate the value. Now, let's take a look at our example I'm going to use in this video. We have a map here. The agent will start from point 0, and his goal is go to point 7. As a human being, it's easy for us to figure out, okay, we should go from 0 to 1 and then to 2, and then to 7. Then how a machine or a computer figure out those steps? Because at the computer doesn't know, okay, we should take this route. The computer might try to go to 1 and go to 5, go to 4, and then he saw a dead end. We turn around, go back to 5, go back to 1, go back to 2, and then go to 7. And maybe the computer might even go to 3, and then he will figure out this is dead end. He will turn around to go back to 2 and to 7. Okay, so we will make a matrix for this agent, and through machine learning, we will let the agent figure out the best route. Let's check out this matrix. We will initialize this matrix to be height and width of all points list. And here we will have 8 because we have 3, 5, 8 data points. For the horizontal axis, we have our action. And for the vertical axis, we'll have the state. Okay. Initially, we'll set value all to -1. And then we'll say, okay, if it's a valid movement, we'll set it to 0. Say, from 0, we can go to 1. So, from 0 to 1, it should be 0 at the initial value in this matrix. Let's take a look. This is 0, and then this is 1. We set to 0. So this is a valid move. So how about 0 to 2? Because we can't jump over, so this is a valid move. So from 0 to 2 will be -1. And the same, and to 3 will be -1, etc., etc. And how about from data point 1? See, okay, data point 1, we can move to 2, and then, okay, this is 0, right? We can move back to 0, and then this is 0. And also we can move to 5, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 0. But for other data point, we can't jump over. We can't go to 3 or go to 7 directly. So it will be -1. So the initial matrix is matrix R. How can we get matrix Q from matrix R? The formula of the transition rule of QLearning is the matrix Q depends on the state and action, and is equal to our initial matrix plus gamma times the next state. We will consider all the actions, and we will calculate the Q. And we take the max value times gamma. What is gamma? The gamma parameter has a range of 0 to 1. If the gamma is very small, the agent will tend to consider only immediate reverse. If gamma is closer to 1, and then the agent will consider more about the future reverse. Okay, now let's go over QLearning algorithm. First, we'll set gamma parameter and environment rewards in matrix R. That is our initial matrix. And then we will initialize matrix Q to 0. Then we will consider several episodes. For each episode, we will select a random initial state. And then we'll go through this loop. Once we go into this loop, we will calculate maximum Q value for this next state. And then after we calculate the Q according to this formula, we'll set next state at the current state and go through this do loop until we reach the goal state. And then we have a for loop here. That is, we'll go through this loop for several times. Usually it's 1,000, maybe a couple of thousand times. Okay, now let's take a look how do we implement that in Python. Now let me repeat what we are trying to achieve in this reinforcement learning. In this example, we will start from point 0 and try to get point 7. So we want our agent to figure out the best route to get point 7 from point 0. First, we will build our initial matrix, our matrix R. We set up two rules. If we reach the endpoint, point 7, we will give a reward 100 point. If we reach the point which is closest to the endpoint, that is point 2, we will give reward 100 point. So in this initial matrix, we will have 100 for point 2 and also 100 for point 7. For other point, like I mentioned before, if it's valid move, we put 0. Otherwise, we put -1. Let's see. After 5 steps, you can see we build our matrix Q here. And the endpoint is 100, and point 2 also have 100. And after 10 steps, we have endpoint 180 and point 2 244. Because this matrix was generated by using the initial random number. So every time when we run it, it will give us different value. For example, I rerun it, and at 10 steps, it has 180. If I run it again, sometimes it's even 0. If I run it again, it's 0. And sometimes it gives you 100. Okay, how about we run it for, let's say, 700 times. Okay, let's see. After we run 100 times, the matrix became something like this. And let's take a look at the final score. It's 368, almost 369. And after 200 steps, it became 433 almost. And then you see, as the steps increased, we have better score. And after 700 times, it reached almost 500 point. And the final score is 982. And the maximum score for this model is 1000. So this is almost the maximum score we can get in this model. Okay, now I showed you the final trained matrix. The Q matrix is something like this. You can see this last data point, 0.7, is almost 100 point. Now, I just showed you the final path our agent figured out. The agent told us the most efficient path is 0, 1, 2, 7. So this is just like our human can see. If we start 0, 1, 2, and then we will reach 7. Now I'm showing you the score our agent got after the training. You can see after about 400 times, the score is almost 1000. After that, it didn't change much. At the beginning, the agent learned a lot, and eventually, it's approaching the maximum score, 1000 point. This is my simple reinforcement learning model in Python. Please provide your comments and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.